Man tremble to live in isolation or alone. It is the basic nature of a human being to live in a group. From the early stage of the man's history, always shown that the group personalities which affect the individual personality, be it physical or psychological need, the fulfillment of it haven't been possible without the group or association of human beings. Lipson, in his book The Great Issues of Politics, opined, he who gives takes, and he who takes give. Here stands the theory of rights and duties. One who takes and enjoys the rights in turn return it in form of duties. Every citizen in the modern state wants to enjoy the right to flourish their best self. Rights are the privileges which the individual enjoy by the grant of the state. Right to speak or movement anywhere, profession of his own choice are enjoyed by the citizen of the modern state. But the rights and privileges provided by the state are not absolute. Even the fundamental rights are subject to conditions. Right to speak of one's own mind is the privilege, but such privilege are subject to the conditions of not hurting another. A duty, on the other hand, is the obligation. It means to do or not to do something. There cannot be any right without duty. For every right, there is a corresponding duty. Right implies duties. There are many duties shouldered upon the individual by the state, such as obeying the laws, loyalty towards the state, timely payment of taxes, and many more. Both right and duties cannot work separately. It go together. Enjoyment of certain right mean fulfillment of certain obligation. Right and duties correlation thought is the very basis of the social existence. Right cannot be real without duties. To understand the relation between the rights and duties, we have to go into the basic concept of society, where men came together and formed the society. For the proper functioning of the social dynamics, the social ethics comes into play. The objective behind forming of society is to develop the individual best self, for which the proper rules are required. Maintain the rational conduct of the individual. There comes the concept of social interdependence, which give the birth of the rights and duties. Rights and duties are both legal and moral. In every legal system, there are legal rights and legal duties as inseparable part from each other. Legal rights are those interests provided to the individual by the law in a legal system. Legal duties, on the other hand, are those obligations imposed by the legal authority in the legal system. Man enjoys the rights and duties as prescribed by the law in a legal system. For the enforcement of the rights and duties, the legal system enforces rules. There cannot be absolute legal rights without proper sanctions or duties. Take for instance, one can profess his own religion. The law provides one to follow his religion as he believes. At the same time, law imposes duties not to hurt the religious sentiment of another. So, on the one hand, where law is giving the right to follow the religion of his own choice or faith, at the same time making him conscious of his duties not to hurt the religious sentiment of another. Even the international body like UN accepts the contention of the relationship of rights and duties. In Universal Declaration of Human Rights, everyone owes obligations to the community in which his or her personality can develop freely and fully. The legal rights and duties found in the writing of Wesley Hoffel, where he described legal rights as claim rights and legal duties as correlated duties. The harmony in the relationship of rights and duties are immensely important for the preservance of the individual liberty. Such correlated duties are the legal obligations which one have to perform for the greater interest of the legal rights. In the modern state, the main purpose of the government is to bring out the best self of the individual and the welfare for all, for which the state promulgates such laws whereby conferring the rights as well as imposes the duties. Such duties may be negative or positive. Rights and duties are very much correlated. We cannot separate one from the another. There cannot be absolute right nor absolute duty. The existence of one is absurd without the existence of another. At last, we may conclude by saying rights and duties are correlated concept.